Hello there, people of the internet. The Type4F here, coming at you with Destiny, a new series that I'm going to be starting. I'm going to do exotic weapon reviews. Now, for a little while at least, until I get good recording software, I'm going to be taking separate clips. The normal review, and then I'm going to switch on to Crucible and try using a certain weapon that I'm currently reviewing. Now, I'm going to start out with my first exotic that I believe it's the first exotic I acquired, the Red Death. This is also the first I got the characteristic upgrade for, and I am not going to do any weapons that I haven't gotten the characteristic upgrade for. So for right now, Suros Regime, you're going to be saved for a later video. Right now, we're going to stick with the Red Death. Since I'm level 27, actually 28, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some bounties, but I'm going to try to face as many enemies that are close to my level as possible. On Venus, that would be the level 22 area, would be easiest. Here, I guess all of it, all around. So, the Red Death. Its rate of fire is decent for a pulse rifle. Its impact is about average. Its range is about average, I guess. Stability is average, and the reload time is actually really good. Now, the main upgrades you're going to have are unflinching, easier to aim well under fire, and then you're going to have the perk that really makes this weapon shine, Red Death. Each kill heals you and speeds up reloads. Now, truthfully, it doesn't actually heal you like return health. What it does is it initiates health regen. And the sped up reloads is incredibly useful if you're in a fight with multiple enemies. It's really good for the raid. I would advise using this. It's a good weapon. See, it does some good damage. So look at this. There's normal reload, and after a kill, it gets sped up quite a substantial amount. This weapon it's decent for Crucible. The perk for it is actually incredibly useful. The Red Death perk. It takes Spirit Bloom and Ascendant Energies. Its upgrades: Field Choke, Aggressive Ballistics, and Accurized Ballistics, more range and impact, and so on and so forth. The upgrade that I would go with is just the first one, because the second one, it gives you nothing, actually. It just takes away a bit of stability. It gives it more recoil. Aggressive Ballistics, it gives it a small increase in impact and stability, but at a cost of range. And range is a necessity with this weapon, so you're going to want to keep that. Single point sling, it's good for if you're going to switch your weapons out and if you're going to be aiming a lot, but I'd recommend either the high caliber rounds. They do make it harder to handle, but they increase the impact. Snapshot, you just aim faster. And then you get your damage upgrades. So what this weapon excels at is longer range precision type fights like this. That took out 2. I believe this weapon is either a raid or PvP type of weapon, just because it doesn't seem like it's designed for PvE. It excels in PvP just because of its impact, fire rate, damage. Its overall damage is very good, and it's got some high accuracy. It can really take people down. But PvP is a different story, or PvE, I should say, is a different story. It does take them down rather quickly, so I mean, it's good for taking down enemies, but at a cost. While it is good, it's not the best for the type, like what I use weapons for primarily, because I don't do PvP very often. I will, however, show you a bit of Crucible. Just go on to Clash or something. I may or may not edit some clips into this from more Crucible or more PvE type situations. Overall, I'd say it's a very good weapon. On a 1 to 10 scale, I'd give it about a 7. It's a good gun. It doesn't really feel that much like an exotic, though. Well, before you get the perk. After you get the perk, it really starts to shine. I mean, before that, it kind of falters, but after, it's really a good and excellent gun. I would recommend it. If Xur's selling it, like when I got it, the second time Xur sold it, if Xur's selling it, I recommend getting it. If you find it in the Raid or on a Vanguard Tiger playlist, I recommend getting it maxed out and just using it a lot. I've had it for a while, I just haven't used it very often. After this, the video will be done, and I think next I'll have to choose between doing the Thorn, Last Word, or the Hawkmoon. I currently will be able to do videos for the Invective, Pocket Infinity, Thorn, Hawkmoon, and Last Word. I still have yet to get the upgrades for the Yellowhorn, the Suros, and the Patience in Time, but I will get to those eventually. No, I'm good. Go. When it activates health regen, especially on Crucible or the Raid, it's an incredibly useful feature. I may not be able to show how good it is for PvP, but I've used it a few times before, and it's really good. I enjoy using it. However, I do much rather use something like the Suros or just a fully automatic weapon, just because I'm not too good with pulse rifles. There we go, see?